with me today is Donna Hudson. She gave a very interesting presentation on healthcare aspects in consumer electronics. So Donna, this is the first time for you to be in Berlin for the ICCE Berlin?
Yes, it is. First time being in Berlin at all.
Oh, that's great. So I hope you will return, maybe even give a presentation when we more focus on these aspects in future. For us, as being more electrical engineers, is there something you would like to tell us to learn a bit what we should do more in future?
Well, I think that there is a great deal of work that can be done between engineers and physicians or other people in the healthcare area, because more and more healthcare is becoming reliant on technology. As we mentioned during the talk, this has changed rapidly, and the rate at which it's changing is accelerating. So now when you go to the hospital, they hook you up to all sorts of devices, they do all sorts of scans, they do all of these things, which is essentially electrical engineering, not medicine. And these were never been developed just by the medical community. They needed the engineers' input. And I think this is going to accelerate in the future as new and probably even better devices are developed.
I understood a little bit from your presentation that this area of work combines many disciplines like physicians, chemistry, electrical engineering, also ethical aspects. Is there an attempt, or what is the attempt of the IEEE to have a more holistic view of all this?
I think the thing that we're trying to do now is this life sciences technical community, which is a way to bring several societies together. It's open to all the IEEE societies. Right now we have 6 societies, and they have totally different interests. Consumer electronics is one of them, obviously EMBS, and I had the list up, but Computer Society, of course. They all have their own viewpoint, but there are areas, if you want to make a diagram, you'll see there are areas that cross over. Some of them are larger than others, but if you look at those 6 societies, they all have some kind of common interest. And I think this is true of the rest of the IEEE. As technology changes, we all have to work together more than we are now, instead of our silo. The IEEE is in silos, because of their societies. But that's changing, and I think it'll continue to change.
Well, I like the idea. We all are getting older, so I like the idea that equipment comes up that helps us stay at home for more years compared to moving to a hospital or other place. Is there an aspect of what patients or people need to learn in combination with all these new technical things popping up?
I don't think, at the moment, the things that the patients have to learn are pretty straightforward. But I think the big advantage to the patient is they're very happy to be at home. Even if they run around with a monitor, it's certainly better than being in a hospital somewhere. So I think all of these things are pretty well received. They may be a little annoying. Some of the devices they have to use are probably annoying, but I think most people will look at that and think, well, this is a much better life than I would have had otherwise.
Do you have a special wish or something like that for us as ICC Berlin for the future to maybe focus more on aspects like this?
I think you're doing a good job, and I think the fact that you joined our group, joined the life sciences community, was very important. So I think you have a lot to contribute because of the technology end of it. So I think this is a good collaboration, and I really look forward to the future working with you.
Thank you again, Donna, for being with us, and enjoy the rest of the conference.